You all doing today? We are here on another fun day going and trucking through the Endwalker main scenario questline. We are near the end. The latter half. I'm not sure if how close to the end. Since we're at level 88 quests, I'd say soon-ish, you know? Probably not this stream because I have still stuff to do and we still haven't gotten to the final zone. But we are in the second half of the Labyrinthos. We're exploring this area. We still haven't gone to Aporia, apparently, wherever that is, and put some 88 fate over there. It's funny seeing an 88 fate, and sometimes it'll be like level 80 fates over here. That's funny. But yeah, that's as far as we've gotten, and we've gotten the Isambard contingent to help us out to get the good ship ready to set sail to the space, to the expanse. And yeah, it'll be fun. How you doing, the ways? If you're too busy to show us the sights, we'll find other ways to keep ourselves amused, don't you worry. I said coping way for a second. I was like, oh, how marvelous to see you again. You will be pleased to hear I learned much since our fascinating discussion at the Curatorium. Zoltek Suryanji, you say, he taught me finer points of cooking. Despite my name, I know very little about. I knew very little about. So many dishes, so many hard to pronounce words. Actually, I was rather hoping you'd show me how to bake an Archon loaf. Oh no. I think I did read some of you already, so we don't need to read you all again. Wise guides. Should I do drink? Ah, fuck it. My inventory is a mess. Again, fun. A tour Labyrinthos. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt the artificial environment and Bestway's burrow, it would be in our best interest to have the Loporrites acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by their Charlian collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to leading this venture. Me? What a marvelous idea! May we begin with that great big what's it over yonder? Ah yes, the what's it. I shall leave its explanation to Joanna. What? Did you just laugh? Did you make a joke? I don't know how to explain this. Ryuji! Well, guess I'm off to do that. I like the song for this. It's epic as shit. It's better than penis music. People don't know what that is. It's fine. I'm glad Ryanji's coming along. Why singing? This is all very intriguing, I'm sure, but where are the food preparation stations? What was your word for it? Kitchens. That reminds me. Puddingway, our newly appointed chief of pudding research, a discipline he himself founded after sampling Ryanji's delights, has gone in search of Eteris' ultimate sweet treat. Well, provided it's a pudding. And that's all he ever talks about these days. Have you seen him? Who knows? He's just vibing. He's gonna come. Puddingway's gonna come at the end of the game, and you'll beat whatever the final boss of the Endwalker is. Considering Singing Way and Growing Way specialties, I expect him to pay full attention to explanations, which I am sure will be most informative. What about you? You gonna pay attention to? My word! What magnificent architecture! Such immaculate curvature! I have to make several adjustments to my work if I'm to match this degree of craftsmanship. I shall leave no corner unrounded. What are you doing? Goodness me, to build something so large without creation magics is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features. Andrew, how do I do this? The Loporrites' technical expertise doth far outstrip our own. We would be wise to allow them to form their own conclusions as this function of the various apparatus rather than offer uninformed suppositions of our own. Unless that is unbeknownst to me, thou art possessed of surpassing knowledge concerning the construction and operation of advanced Charlian. Ahem. What's it? Do I know? Maybe? Search for the apparatus for points of potential interest. Right. Well. Can I look at the sun? Oh. The moon in this case. Thanks. Look at those tanks. I don't know what's in them, but they're special. It's a little hard to see from here, but it is that a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? And I can see through that window another pipe in at the bottom. Ah, this must be for putting water drawn up from below. Alphino did say that. What the fuck? Whee! Adventurous Ambistoma? Look at them! They're just going on! You spot an Ambistoma, an especially lively one at that. It would appear that the concept you observed in another time, another place, was approved for life in the wider world. Somehow. That's insane. Did I approve of that concept? I guess I did. I approved of the toads. And behemoth. Metallic tube. Oh, at the top? Probably. This thing, right? Or this thing. Oh, well, I guess that counts as the metallic tube. And this is where the water gets put in, I assume. The water I hear from the inside the great big tube? It must be because of those cogs and the gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. There's probably some sort of spiral ship machine mechanism inside the tube. Mushroom-like thing. Mushrooms. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Mushrooms. Yeah. Oh. This thing. The mushroom-like thing. It looks like a mushroom. Can we eat it? Who knows? That looks like the trees in the Great Ensvale. Hold on. That's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced, too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. So that's how our purification system works. Yeah, it's pretty cool. What do you think? Neato, right? So who wants to learn about war machines? Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from the underground, presumably with some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before being distributed elsewhere. Oh, because we're underground. So we're basically technically drawing water from the top of us, but we're still underground. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. A design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install in even the harshest of environments. For us labyrinths, that is. Oh, you could help a lot of people. Indeed. Securing a reliable source of water is utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, that people over there sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Oh, the oasis. Or areas near waterfalls are common sites for villages in Girabania. We could go with the Dandelion Oasis, but we could also go with the waterfalls. Areas near waterfalls are common sites for villages in Girabania. Yes, indeed. So wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear they rely on it far more than we anticipated. Oh no. A few adjustments may be in order. Once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual, we consume a lot. It may also be worth learning more about how exactly they obtain their water in the first place. Master Alphano spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey to Logisticon Alpha, did he not? Yes. The Heptaloperates will share his appreciation for his engineering marvel. Oh, yes. That sounds absolutely splendid. On this journey beyond the sanctuary of Australian Hamlet, I shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave the untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice the many dangerous-looking creatures with big, nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of the settlement. We were not escorted here by burly custodians. I dread to think what could become of us. Regrettably, to many a hungry predator with the aforementioned big, nasty teeth, leopards may appear to be a potential and rather an appetizing source of sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage to Logisticon Alpha? For my part, I shall act as escort to living way and cooking way. I entrust singing way and growing way to thy care. Alright, we'll split them up. Got this. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. You too, good luck. It's all the same to you. I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Sure thing, bestie. Come along, going away to the water extraction Okay. Have some grapes and junk food. I got healthy food. I got unhealthy food. Combination. It's truly magnificent. I don't know what the fuck those things are, by the way. The Center Anala. They look like actually that WoW villain, Ragnaros. I remember him because of Hearthstone. He used to be big in a Hearthstone. It looks like Ragnaros. He was, I believe, in at some point an 8-mana card that had 8 damage and 8 health. Oh, we are fighting Ragnaros now. And he wouldn't actually attack, where he would randomly shoot out fireballs to the enemy. Whether it's there was a random chance it would hit any enemy, including minions and the person who the other player, which had their own health pool. Nice. Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burned to a crisp if it's all the same to you. Just shoot random fireballs, and there was those cool videos on YouTube that would be like, oh man, Ragnaros just hit the dude when he had like 2 health and he had a bunch of minions. Sometimes it'd be like videos of them filling up the entire board of minions, and then they had like 2 health. There were a bunch of taunts, and they couldn't get past the taunts, and nothing could attack them. And then they put down Ragnaros, they end their turn, and then Ragnaros just hits the main dude, and then destroys and wins the game. It's like, alright, that's... yeah, Hearthstone is clown shoes. Those were good times. But, yeah, the good times are over. Sadly. Both it turned out to be not fun, and well, you know, the whole Blizzard thing. But, you know, it just, I quit the game long before the Blizzard allegations came to light. The Activision Blizzard stuff. So, yeah. Let's get moving. The building looks nice and solid and safe. I do kind of want to get back into a card game, though. That was all very exciting, but I'd rather not do it again. Oh, we're going to get back later. Did you attune to the 8th right? Because if so, then it'll be fun. You're done. You've done well, Sissy. Those two here safely. They can be a bit skittish at the best of times, so I'm pleasantly surprised they didn't run off and get themselves killed. We're going up noticing a distinct lack of carrots along the way. Oh, many of the other vegetables I was expecting to see. Though I did catch a glimpse of those bipedal tomatoes charging about. Must be my imagination. My friends, I bid you welcome to Lochsicon Alpha. Our destination doth lie in the lift's top. Pray follow me. Hooray! The medial circuit. I thought it was gonna be medical circuit. Whoops, sorry. That was terrifying. But at least the scenery is more pleasant than Wasnam. What's his name? Garlemald? Huh. As a first impression of Adaris, it was far from favorable. Anyways, onwards and upwards, quite literally as the case of the year. That's true. As I understand, places like Labyrinthos are the exception rather than the rule. You don't all build enormous underground living spaces like this, surely? No. If only, though. Forgive me for asking, but are we any closer to kitchens? Come to think of it, why am I even here? Atmospheric manipulators are hardly my area of expertise. I'm just sort of bored. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. So this is where the magic, or science, rather, takes place. A perfect environment to sustain life artificially created. Knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. You're all very lucky that there is just so happens to provide everything you need to drive. Or did mankind turn out that way? They are because of the available resources, I wonder. Either way, it's nothing sort of miraculous. I cannot wait to see more of it. I cannot wait to show you more of this amazing stuff. This is all very wonderful. Where's the food? I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Marial Economics. As I imagine, Singing Way and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus. Wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Orianji was talking about. Even its incredibly vivid, but a bit too verbose descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention that Darius will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there's still time. Let's book no further delay. Fancy place. That's to adjust the temperature and all that. I thought it said Van Daniel. No, it's Fabalane. Things have certainly taken a turn for the chaotic, haven't they? Not that it affects my work, right? Really. For until Labyrinthos is seen to purpose fulfilled, we must keep running. Keep it running. I meant to put random, but I misclicked. It's not good. I think my my booster reaction is leaving me a little sleepy, which sucks. Because I do not want to sleep. Especially since when I wake up, it'll be impossible to get back in. That's why I bought a little snacks and some soda. This is the place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here. And I've spotted several fruit and vegetables featured in the compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I'd read those who help themselves to a farmer's crops without permission are often caught and put into pies. Wait, what? Is that like a wise tale? Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to part with a few samples. Yes, we need some samples. Give me some of that cooking. Yep, okay. Have some samples? Ah, what a fun mess this is. Ah, it's you. You're the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing the exodus. And I'm the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we do down here, up there. First on the moon, then on whichever star the form decides will become our new home. It's all so sudden, so surreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even with the ones we can take, may not survive. In their new environment, so many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if we may. By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So where to begin? I recommend grapes. Blueberries. Oh, that's right. Where are the purple grapes? The infamous grapes. Are these it? Oh, there they are. Look at them. They are positively glowing. I have grapes right now, actually. But they're not as cubical as them. As these right here. Also, they're green. And seedless. You like grapes, buddy? Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes. See if they are as delicious as they look. I'll take them with. I'll eat them with you too. So sweet, so sour. It tastes much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, but far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Oh, it's good. This is good. Yeah. Well, that's certainly giving me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? I'm brave an erupting volcano for a bunch. Meh. Ghastly things. I'd rather eat rancid gigantic toad eyeballs. God. I'd brave an erupting volcano for a choice bunch. Some good shit. Guess they are rather Moorish, aren't they? And from what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages that I recall. Sure. I don't think we do that anymore though. Well, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next street. This is oranges, I think. It's an orange tree. Orange by name, orange by nature. Yes, indeed. What came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat. I always eat oranges whenever I can. Yes, that's equal parts sweet and sour, and with grapes, yet nothing alike. As with grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Orianji about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turn your noses up at eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they are, in my estimation, let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in the field over there. You want to eat carrots? Maybe they're different than yours. There, over there. Me and Cooking Way just having a cooking journey with Arbert. This is no, instead of carrots, this is a is that a pumpkin? That's a pumpkin? I guess that is. That color, that texture. Are they some sort of enormous round carrots? They are pumpkins. And no, in any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than the taste. Well, it's so hard and flavorless. I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. That's all but confirms it. These are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. Stop! Stop! Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Oh, whoops. I didn't even know that. I know we make pumpkin pies, though. Do you not find it an awful thought? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. Then perhaps these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wondered though, is there anything even more delicious? How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Oh. We have bananas? Here we have more oranges. Or no, these peaches. I am so glad I got grapes. Otherwise this would have made me hungry as shit. What a wonderful fragrance. With luck, it will have flavor to match. I have no idea how these are eaten. I just bite into it. Mmm, delicious. Ah! My tongue! Is this poison? What is this? Oh, it's lemon. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to eat the skin. Oh, I eat the skin actually. I'm a weirdo that does eat the skin. Lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? It's super sour. Yeah, it's fucking great. You got a wind-up tomberry? Oh, how can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? Ugh. Maybe some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I'd best call an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. Hey buddy, we're back. We're ready to leave. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamored with grapes and oranges, no less of the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not supposed to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon, the deceiver. I feel so violated. First time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth, in more ways than one, so I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to... A bit of sick came up there. One more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin, do your worst. I'm about to hear this dude eat this. This is delicious. It is. Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create perfect harmony. I never would have guessed a vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See? Rarely use lemon in natural state. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I eat lemons raw. I'm just a fucking weirdo. But it's a starring role in all sorts of recipes. The same true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal. And sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum will agonize over what was worth preserving. And what will be co-signed to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we are to survive. Such strength of will. Now I know that Hyland sees in your kind. Mankind, the Loporits, we were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. I'm about to get lore? Or your own perspective? Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. 'Tis the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect, to be content with what we have and make the most of it. Damn, cooking away, that's fucking deep. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. Did you know about that saying, or did you just make that up? Pardon my overseeing, but what in the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway? It's like, I don't know who the fuck you are. Cooking way at your service. I'm here to help you prepare for the trip to the moon. What? Once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many FFXIV species as possible. If you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course. I look forward to it. Well, this has all been highly productive. Probably. Let's go and see if Ryanja and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? I feel like obviously we will save the day in the end, because, you know, the journey continues forever. We're not just gonna get rid of this planet. This is Eorzea. This is Etheris we're talking about. We can't get rid of it. I do wonder what they're gonna do on the moon after this. That'll we lose, and then I don't know, we get a reset, and then we're just like, all right, we deleted your character. You're gonna make a new one now for the next arc. You know, a new planet, making all new zones. No clue, no clue. Do 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 do. Alright. Me and Cooking Away got to have a nice existential talk about the birth and end of civilizations. Quite invigorating, to be honest. Not to rub it in, but we had the most fantastic time while you were away. Ryanja was able to obtain all manner of meteorological data for us to pour over. I be sure to put my newfound knowledge to good use once we return to the moon. It's my duty to make your journey as comfortable as possible. Although there's no telling how long it'll be. 100 years. 1,000. Probably closer to 5,000, give or take. What the I didn't realize how long this journey would take. What the fuck? How long are we living on the moon? Oh no, I just thought it'd be maybe a year or two. Where have you and Cooking Away been? The two of you were engaged in pursuits of educational nature. You should have taken me too. I am the leader after all. Have the others finished talking about the rain making worse yet? That was most enlightening, especially the part about lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know any other places famed for their cuisine? Ah, Lim's Limit's a home to the Culinarian Guild, and many less than savory establishments. The Far East has oodles of noodles! Oh god. That's... I do want to try noodles with you one day. But there is the Culinarians Guild. Lim's Limit's is home to the Culinarians Guild, and many less than savory establishments. When did I have time to visit? The more I learn of Ateris, the more I wish we could spare it from the final day. Alas, Highland's orders are to flee, not to resist. Only there was some other way. Sorry, I kept muting myself. I was eating and chewing more grapes. Sorry, I kept muting myself. I was eating and chewing more grapes. Alright, that was. I just wanted to check how the audio was. That seemed good. Alright, I'm a lot more awake now. Somehow. After that conversation of existentialism and the end of civilization. Ranjay, what are we doing next? Sage Council. Oh, we're continuing the plot. This is a nice detour, though. Joanna, I trust our time in Marial economics did bear fruit. Our own efforts, too, were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of an educational riches. Why'd you cough? No doubt our guess relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. The last time is of the essence. Let us return to Charlie and Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every labyrinth there, should further questions within my power to answer arise. Y'all should have tuned to the 8 to right. That's what I'm saying. Aww. The Hamlet. Go back home, growing way. There we go. Prepare and all that. Go back to the Hamlet. Growing way, everything alright? What is the issues? We had a fun adventure right now, you know? Ah. What's up, man? I believe you're the Nemingway. We had our Lopret, I mean, sorry. Lopret, I had our walk with. Yes, Joanna, I was indeed verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for Ateris at Logistocon Alpha, that's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all of your forests like that? Oh, hell yeah. The Black Shroud is quite leafy indeed. Travania. The forest of the first. That one was purple. I don't want to say that. You should see the forest of the first. One was purple. Gasp! Gasp, I say. When a star so wonderful, it comes as no surprise that you were reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. Hey, you guys did your best. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard, yet achieving so little. Ranger, cheer him up. Not at all. Our works are no less worthy for their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Hey, Tancred! How does Stahl fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death. And we can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. Perhaps not. Though aided by our goodly growing way, we may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Me? But of use to people? Be of use to people? Oh goodness, I'm honored that you would think of me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in the Western Plaza and looked to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. This is as good a place as any. Come. You're eating these grapes. Reminds me of a tweet I saw. Someone said, "Are you a grape chewer or a grape swallower?" And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Swallowing grapes? Huh? It's like at least 8% of the votes on the poll said they swallow grapes. I'm like, that's 8% too many. Why is there so many people wanting to swallow grapes? You'd best go with them. I don't think Orianja misjudged him, but going away does look like he could use some emotional support. I still have work to complete elsewhere. I trust that I won't return to find any loppets and tears. Hopefully. Yes. 200 and northwest. Why did I think that would work? That doesn't. No, we're behind. It's over a fucking wall. No. How do I? I have to find the gate, which is probably on the side that I walked by. But I just thought, oh, just walk here. Just walk through. Here's the damn stairs. Thought the red was Alice for a second. I was like, yeah, so Alice is much more tinier now. I thought she was sitting down. Oh, troubled researcher, what do you need? We can help, maybe. Me and the crew, we're here to help out your woes. There's always that split second of, is he going to be voice acted? And although when you see characters like Troubled Researcher, it's like, probably not. Oh, can I help you? We were asked, do you need help? It is you who would help me. Is my anxiety so obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Pray tell us of any of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see, and what they say of the ship, and it's the sum of decades of surely ingenuity, that it's built with peerless, elegant technology is all true, but I know that none of that's a guarantee. We've never before launched a starfaring vessel, let alone flown it in the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be on board for the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us, then what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight, or the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the Afterburner's design was flawless too, and look how that turned out. I see indeed. Hang on a second. Sorry. Oh, goodness. Oh, wait, am I not? Oh, yeah. Oops. There we go. I got a phone call. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and dost thou hold the power to ally his fears? I'm not sure about that, but, well... Maybe you could tell me if there are any aspects of the ship design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about the platform, perform our tasks for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell to regulate the environment, but what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Aha! Gravitation. Maybe I can be of help after all. Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply, and if you consider them as part of one great big cosmos rather than separate places. Oh, he's teaching them the science. Bringing the facts down. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yeah. Yet if Dengrid's tale be true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. Might I prevail upon the Loprids to attend them? An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Atheris, and learn more about them while we're at it. Yeah, go help out more of these people. They need it. Full glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Joanna, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek thee out the distressed and the apprehensive, and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here, that I might introduce each to a suitable Loprit. They can have their own Loprit buddy. Their comfort Loprit, as you would. Like a comfort pet. Self-support pet? I forget what it's called. Those pets that you can take on planes because you're like your support animal or something. Yeah, support Loprit, that's it. The support pet. Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Loprit and every Loprit in their place. I don't know if I talked about this, but I need to bring it up. I think I've been spoiled on what the final boss is, or it looks like. I think. Not sure. Well, I don't know what it is. It's YouTube thumbnails. And that's all I'll say. I can't really say much about it because, you know, some people, maybe you're watching this and you're like, I haven't gotten to that part yet. I just watch you up to this part because I still haven't finished the game. And so, like, that's all I can say. But I do have an advice for you. Don't listen to any soundtracks, not even Shadowbringer soundtracks, because the autoplay or the recommended will recommend a video out there of some asshole who decided to put the final boss image, I think, or maybe the second trial. I don't know. I don't know what that I don't know what it is. Or do I know what it is? I'm basically just trying to be as vague as possible. You know? Because it could be something that we've been talking about, or it could not be. Really, all I can do is allude to it. And say, I glanced at it for a second and I was like, oh no, I don't know what that is. Oh, and then, yeah. Or I did know what it was. You never know, no? You know? Really, this has all been just an elaborate thing of me saying yeah, YouTube recommendations can go fuck off. And people who put the boss in the thumbnails and say what the boss's name is in the title of the video can also go fuck off. Like, you really can't do what Dude Where's My Spoon did, where he's like, yeah, first trial, second trial, third trial, and then random images that block everything. That's the thing. You could do that and put spoilers there, obviously. But no, some people have to be special. Assholes. I know it's technically been like 2 weeks since early access, right? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since early access, but you know, still not enough. And also, it's an expansion. Hours, hundreds of hours of the expansion. Maybe I can believe it if it's a month, but still, fuck off. Anyway, that's all I have to say. What am I thinking about? I'm thinking about the medical facilities on our ship, of course. Also the spoilers. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and the chirurgeons, but to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in the great expanse is beyond any of us. To say nothing of the effects that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. The crew from the moon? Why did I not think of that? Nice glasses, can I have those? It's a big area here. Bald. Hello, bald person. I shouldn't make fun of you. I think I'm balding too, sadly. Oh, my hair. It's not growing as well as it used to. But that's neither here nor there. Hello, sir. Yes. You idiot. Have you seen an envelope lying about? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Are you okay? Just calm down. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt they'll be more help than you. And you've wasted enough of my time already. It will be unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Loprits. Yeah, he'll just stay here, stressed out, being a jerk. The grimacing naturalist. My face? What's wrong with my... Ow! Perhaps I'm a bit tense. I was asked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decisions myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Including the Loprits in our discussion is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will, thank you. Perhaps the biology itself might offer some clue as well. Oh, mathematician. Consult or collaborators. I suppose that would be effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips, should the afterburner make our original estimates unfeasible. But there are simply too many variables. I feel as if my brow will turn inside out. Eyebrow humor. But perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. Wait, I'm sorry. 8 people? Oh my goodness, this is a bit much, don't you think? It's tired cleaner. Is there anything bothering me? Well, I have been loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels void since laid it's up as a piano. My feet and knees are as drums and cymbals too. Cleaning seems fine, but if it need of a break. Eight fucking people? This reminds me of that quest line in the near the end of the game in Amarang and Shadowbringers, where it's just like, collect 12 of the stones or some shit in the mines, and it's like, what? Me and Tankard are just collecting these stones. 12 fucking times. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That gleaner didn't count. It only counts if they actually needed help. Are you fucking serious right now? 8 people. What the? What are you doing? 56 punches of weeds on the ground. 56 punches of weeds. One out to the mound. 56 punches of weeds in the... You need help? I'm not neglecting my duties. I swear. I was in need of a little break, you see, and then I found myself unable to relax at all. So I went on a walk, and then I noticed the weeds. I gotta smoke them. Pleasant conversation partners, and oh so fuzzy goodness me. That does sound a much better way to relax. Gotta find 8 people in this fucking place. 4 more. I feel like I've explored enough. There's one. A harried meteorologist. What are you doing? Now I'm inside your chest. Fantastic. Blasted assistants! Why are they gone off to this time like this? You, why are you so close? No reason. Beg pardon, but I have not the time for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm the data levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery, and it seems I shall have to do it single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine. The Loperates are good assistants, they can help out. The Loperates are willing to help. Why just 6 though? They want more about how they checked 2,000 times already and haven't slept in weeks. Lazy sods. Maybe I shouldn't have sent them. Crunch is bad, everyone. They better not be crunching my Lopera friends. Unless you meet Gunning Way. He holds a gun. This is only the 6th one. How might I help you? My, what a lovely idea. I too noticed people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out to pick some fresh, fragrant tea leaves. Now I only need to track down 100 or so cups. But, don't you worry, I can manage. I hope your plan to cheer everyone up goes well. This woman is doing better than you are. I can't jump over the hedge. I like that movie though. Features a squirrel using the world. Yeah, as you do sometimes after drinking a bunch of coffee. Here. Just leave me to my misery. Oh, can I point somewhere else? I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to fly at the arc if I'm already falling apart under the pressure? You know a starship pilot that I might speak with? Truly? Well then, there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. Ah. 2 more people. Oh, thank God. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt we can make it up there, but the searching for a new star part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. I asked the forum, but they will only tell us the other collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering to the Sea of Stars. God knows what made by God knows who. You can meet them. They're interesting. I've seen things on the moon too. They seem like they're ready. You mean to say that I could speak with them directly? Amazing. I hope they like questions. They probably love questions. Hey, Chocoboogie. One last one. I have no idea where they are. By the way, I am very glad that I took the day off because yeah, it turns out that the COVID booster. I took a COVID booster shot, by the way. I'm feeling in the morning I felt okay, but then after doing my laundry I felt a little not like terrible, but like kind of under the weather-ish. I'm still able to stream though. The end of the world is nigh. The work goes no faster. Schedules are such temperamental things. Peaceful one moment, utter bollock the next. And yet I've never felt so alive. This one is beyond your help. Only sleep can save her now. I can't stop now. I got my second wind. Or my second wind. She's gonna die. She doesn't sleep. Please don't overwork yourselves, otherwise I'll turn into that. Take them days off. The level-headed engineer. Concerns? Nah, there's no point in worrying at this stage. It'll only make the work go that much slower. She's coping coping well. That's what I said. There's one more. There's one fucking more. A Vex veterinarian, but that's not what I need right now. Soaking grin. Where are they? Huh. Alright, let's see. It goes here. Where would they be? What about in here? No. Even though it looks like you can go in there. Can I fly up there? Is there someone up there? That's a good question. Or someone just in a mount, standing still in the robot mount. There's me burping. That's not important right now. My bodily functions. You know, you think the game would be like, you're one away. Let's just tell you where it is. No, but all seriousness, I have no idea where it is. Why did they ask for 8 of them? And why they all have to be actually coming by to help? There you are. Please. No, they're calm. Please tell me you got something. Worries? No, I believe I'm fine. Thank you. I've been confiding in my colleagues, and that's helped a lot. Can't recommend it enough. Researchers the support she needs. I didn't come out here in the outskirts, so could be something out here. What is his name? Steady Current? Please, who needs help? It's a big ass area. Maybe, just maybe they're outside. There is a bit of it, of the circle that is outside. Only a tiny corner in the middle though. No, they're not outside. It's just circular because it needs to be. There's a summoner over there. There's nothing here. There's a very pretty city at night. I actually feel like it's been night the entire time I've been doing this. I don't know where they are, and I've also done all of them, so I don't know. I don't know which ones I've done and not, so it's like it'd be hard to search up online like where are all the people. I have to cross-reference them and be like, oh, this one's here, this one's there, that one's here. Oh, thank God, please. No, why are you unconcerned? Apologies, but I'm waiting for delivery. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait. Why is it giving me 3 characters in a row that are like, nah, I'm good. Do you need help? Do they need help? Chocobo Keep, do you need help? Wait, maybe this is being blocked. Maybe you have 2 quests. Nope. Maybe they're up there, but I don't know how to get up there inside. Without flying. Oh my God. It's probably the worst quest in the game. And there have been trailing missions. Find 8 people. I'll make sure it's the right 8 people, otherwise... Oh, please. Yes! Yes, you're hyperventilating! Finally! Oh my God. My chest is tight. Am I dying? This is what dying feels like! Just calm down, breathe, please. I want you to turn into the final base monsters. Oh. Do pardon me, I didn't see you there. There's no excuse for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment, and all the halls and buckles are strained, the entire vessel may explode in launch, just kind of like dooming us all mankind, and may have very likely. Oh, this is help me triple check structural flaws, you say? Oh, well, that would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. Yeah, keep breathing. Finally! God, I've spoken to everyone that wasn't the person I needed to speak to. That was insane. Why did they ask me to go speak with 8+ people? Oriange, why did you ask me to do that? Are you high? I'm terrible at navigation. Behold, Joanna. Through thine efforts, word hath spread throughout the labyrinthos. Verily, it's far greater number than we anticipated. Living weight doth garner more lovers as we speak. I shall assign each accordance with their skills, and the new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters not matters require not thine attention to watch over them, I prithee. Where's the main quest? Oh, here. Yep, grape. Chan up a storm. I need to pour some caffeine. Hello, buddy.
Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in forever.
Are you helping them, though?
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Do that. Hooray!
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed.
I'm sorry, he's the moon's pilot? Huh?
Truth be told, I struggle to
Is
tell
that a
one
good
from
idea?
another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what
Sorry,
we'd
I
been missing.
need to take that photo. Small rabbit reading book. Yeah, Urianger's pretty special, huh?
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt.
What, they? Who's they?
Master Louis Soir,
Oh, yeah.
Ophelia, Papalimo, and not to forget,
Oh, no. That's right. Is that them? Oh. Oh, no.
Oh there.
I was wondering we'd finally...
Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother
Finally
with
meet
a few
them.
questions. I take it you'd be the one.
It's Wolf's son. Wolf's son, then.
Yes, I am.
Oh, no. I don't think... Is he ready to talk to them? Maybe we should go help him, or...
Wilson and Blovida, Charlian's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic,
Yeah.
and Moonbreeder's parents.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Do you even know who he is?
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Is he...
Arthur, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Aww. Surprise.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas
Oh no,
remiss
I'm
of me
tearing up.
not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Aw.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings.
Yeah, we just has a bit of a
Poems and
trouble doing that.
platitudes of wiser men. Musings on sadness and loss. Studied and memorized. And meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy.
Is the sun supposed to rise at this moment,
We are
or is
all
it just a
powerless
coincidence?
before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
I remember when you were young.
Sad Shakespearean
and the lads
man.
teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together.
Well, that we're having a very
You've no
public
idea
emotional
how
moment, but you know
proud
that
we
too.
are.
To see the boy our daughter trusted and believed in more than anyone grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
Aww.
I think I can feel her too.
This man getting the best development.
Of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
Go. Has your mouth been agape the entire time?
She was important to him, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm. She died for the
You could ask
cause.
the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Yeah. The journey never ends. That's the tagline they've been going with. Alright. Talking to those 8 people, I'd say that was worth it for that cutscene. Okay, maybe it would have liked if it was 6 and, you know, not like the last person. And I just kept talking to people who were already okay or beyond help, apparently. Remind me to invite Urianger for a drink when we have a moment to breathe. We're long overdue for one. Gonna raise a glass to Moonbreeder. That'd be nice. Please don't die. Both of you. I was so busy asking questions about Adairs, I never thought to ask more about Urianger. I'd like to, but where would I begin? Goodness me. I've never felt like there was too little time before. There's so many people to talk to, so many things to learn. I assure you that my fellow Lobbits are equally excited to have this opportunity. They were humming the whole way here. We spent so long gazing at the star, wondering, hoping, but to be here and now walk amongst the people, to be part of their lives, and know what we made a difference. It's so much more than I ever dreamed. Nice to meet you, ma'am. She saved my life. Oh, you must be one of the Scions, correct? I was there when it happened. Thank you for caring for my daughter. The time she spent with you all was too short, but I know she was proud to have you as comrades. Urianger is too, I'm sure. And I certainly feel better for knowing he has good friends to look after him. See that he comes home from time to time, will you? Yes, I will definitely try that. To meet you, sir. The classical Rogadin language isn't too different from Eorzean. Did you ever wonder why we named our daughter Moon's Bride? When I first told her the moon was shining silver full, the whole world seemed to glow. I knew it had chosen her. She would be a beacon of that self-same light. Of course, we'd later hear our fair share of jokes about how we ought to have gone for sun instead, and how bright and stubborn she was. But fiery as my Moonbreeder was, she was always kind and gentle. Also, Moon's Bride, and this expansion is about the moon. Did they plan that? Did they plan that from A Realm Reborn? No fucking, I refuse to believe it. That's a happy accident. That cannot have been planned to name her Moon's Bride all the way to there, to the future here, and it's just like have Urianger be like an ambassador of the fucking moon. That's insane. If they did plan that, good on them. Holy shit. Oh, Joanna. Be assured that I am fine. I am full glad to see them too. After so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, it would have been far harder had I faced them alone. Yeah. No problem, buddy. What's our next term of plan? All anxiety of Charlene Hamlet has thinned to more manageable levels. Ahem. Thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to the Lobrits. Not disposed to rest on their laurels, several of our guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, and so shall I remain to aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alice. Last I saw, she was struggling to carry an enormous pile of books out the west gate. I could go myself, but we both know whose help she less like to scorn. Not to mention that, much to my misfortune, I can think of several other things I ought to be doing. Until later, just leaves Alice. It's like, bye. He probably looked at her. He chuckled and then was like, alright, well. So mean. Alright, where's Alice? She's all the way over there at the area that we have not discovered yet. Northwest! Somewhat northwest, yes. Woo, woo. Central circuit. It's gonna suck, but once we get to a certain point, I'm just gonna be capped and lose all this experience. I don't have any other jobs to turn in the quests as. This is it. But it's par for the course, isn't it, huh? It's fine. You know. The true way to get the experience is to grind. Grind I shall. Alice! Alice, do we have to have an emotional moment with your family as well? Oh my god, Alice! Why is there squeaking in the box? Alice, what's going on? Joanna, what are you doing out there? Here. No, I don't mind if you help with the boxes, but it's far from the most exciting of tasks. Are you sure? Sure, why not? It should be fun. Well, I appreciate the assistance. We need to get these to Aporia. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples, so try not to be too rough with them. Alvina should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. Okay. 3 minutes to complete the task. Oh no. Why is there squeaking now? No, I can't. Fuck. I cannot. Look at the Aether compass. Is it over there? I thought I saw some green. That could just be grass though. It's possible it's grass. Can I jump? I don't want to try anymore. I'm too far ahead. It is actually very far. Why is there a fate? Fuck off. You guys really spawn a fate? Alright, guess I'm going all the way around. Can't sprint either. I have the capacity to block a giant sword from a giant primal. You telling me I cannot sprint while holding this small crate? Wait, oh no, this is the wrong thing that I wanted to do. I thought that was the place where you put down the box. Please leave me alone. I don't care about the fates right now. No. Okay, there we go. I discovered a new location, thank God. That's the wrong person too. Alpha now. Here. Oh, you're helping with the crates. Wonderful. You can put that there with the others. Oh, the cutscene's happening. I actually want to participate in the fate, but that's fine. You have my gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? Thancred didn't want to be involved, so I am. Then I suppose I have Thancred to thank as well. There, don't tell your sister. She'll kill him. If you're wondering why we were tasked with bringing these boxes to Aporia, to begin with, so was I. Turns out that this was the base of operations of sorts. Those with final say as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. That was... Oh. That should be everything. Did you just carry those 3 boxes? You carried all of that at once? Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh, hush. They're lighter than they look. And not everyone has your delicate arms. I suppose we should let someone know that we finished. Theopaldon is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why didn't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance. At least. Considering where we are, we might even learn something interesting. Sure. Should be fun. You know the worry about, like, searching scenes of this game, like Urianger, meaning Moonbreeder's parents, is I'm afraid if I type Final Fantasy 14 Urianger right before I can put meeting, it'll just say dead or some shit, and I'll just be like, fuck! Now, the fact that I still don't know if Ishikawa will indeed kill someone off in the Scions. The fact that she's been able to have us weeping without murdering anybody of the Scions of importance is kind of impressive. Coming close, she has, and she has murdered some side characters. Poor Olive one, but yeah, still holding that card to her chest. This must be Theopaldon. Hello. What can I do for you? We bought samples from the Charlene Hamlet, Series 110? The crates are by the entrance. Ah, thank you. I had expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment. You are Fortunat's children, are you not? Alphino and Alice at your service. You are well acquainted with father, I take it? Quite. I've been friends with your parents since our days at the studio. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and thither. Clearly it's been some time since we've met. It's good to see you again, wielding your father's no less. You knew our parents? When they were young? What were they like? Pray, spare no detail. I should like nothing more to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here, and reams of paperwork want for submission. We can help you with that in exchange of the sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Very well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery, so how about you each take one? Cool. Yes, I would like to hear these past stories of their parents. That'd be fun. Wait right there. Thank you. You will find a forum representative waiting to collect these near the southernmost structure. I hope I haven't kept her waiting too long. Never mind. Alphino and Alice, I'm certain they will be back soon enough. Southeast. I think I may have overshot it. Right, first of all, I'm going to attune to this. Did I even attune to it before? I'm a little bit in a daze. No, I did not. Okay, good. Also have this, well, I do have healthy food. Like I said, I have these warhead, what are these, cubes? They're soury chewy candy. I never actually tried them. I just thought I was in the mood and taste buds for something like this. I'm gonna pour it in my mouth and shoot. Uh-huh. Huh. It's pretty good. What is it? South? Hang on. I thought there was one over here, wasn't there? I just want to see. Because maybe it would detect one. Like maybe there are 2 in between. One over here, one over there, and it's just detecting the one over here. No. It's 400 yalms northeast. Maybe at some point during the Great Crate Expedition I could have found one, but I didn't. There's another fate in the way. That's just funny. The frailty of life. North. What in the fuck is that? A lot of people are attacking it. Oh, leave me alone. Oh, there's the current. Whoops, mispressed my buttons. I don't know how an extreme would be for me. Like, I'm just gonna be terrible at it, I think. Sometimes I mispress my buttons at all, and so it's, you know. I'm already off center my rotation, my buff, fighter for light buff. Some people have been saying that Paladin right now is the most fun to play so far. Or a pretty damn fun tank job so far, and it's like, yeah, I agree with that. It's been pretty fun. The Sheltron button go burr has always been fun. So now having to time it, still having to time it perfectly, and then also just like dealing with a lot. I mean, well, for me, I'm doing normal content, so I don't have to time it that perfectly. But I assume Extreme Charles, or maybe even harder, will be like, if you don't time this perfectly, you're going to die. It's like, oh, that's great, it's cool. But even then, it's just a fun button to press. The healing is fun too. I should really learn to use Clemency to proc Divine Veil more. Just the top one up here. I really don't use cover, do I? Well, never really did anyway. But then there's intervention, which I should use more. Reduce target party members' damage taken by 10%. Increase damage reduction by an additional 10. If there, yeah, is active. Grants net resolve to target. Reduces damage taken by. That also 10% damage decrease. For 4 seconds. Knight's Benediction, which also restores their health. So wait, I can also heal them as well, which I haven't been doing a lot. I should do more of, because I never really used that button, and now I can use it a bit better. Interested to see the Confiteor combo finally when I get to 90. That'd be nice. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway level there, I mean. Southeast. I was right. There is indeed one over there and one over here. But for now, we have to go talk to this person. Are you not one of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? I thought you were. Meant to be working on the banner. Here. Package. Theo Paladin's paperwork. I was beginning to worry he had misplaced his quill. I appreciate your help in seeing these documents to my hands at last. As for your other task, pray keep this between us, but I sincerely hope you Scions succeed. The Exodus is, without a doubt, the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum, and so we must be circumspect in all respects. Risk is a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. At its heart, however, Charlian has ever been a nation of the curious. 'Twould be a tragedy indeed if we were the ones to stymie your pursuit of the truth. So, she's curious. She's like, yeah, hopefully you guys succeed. Good to know we have fans. I also hope we succeed. It'd be really nice to win. Quick and efficient. I dare say you have a talent for this work. The twins paper. How quick and efficient? I went over to the other side to go get an Aether car and then came back. That's not really that quick and efficient, but you know, thank you for the compliment anyway. The winds only needed to be delivered to elsewhere in the facility, so they should be returning any moment. Yeah, what up? Welcome back. We return with not a scrap of paperwork remaining on our persons, if you will note. You both have my thanks, and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambitions. Why, even as a babe, you struggled out of your swaddling clothes and... That is quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising stories of our parents that we'd asked to hear, to reiterate. Oh, okay, fine. Of course. I've known your father for so long, I must have something. Well, as you know, part of the Livia name garners such respect in Charlie and is your family's storied history. You two can trace your ancestry directly to those who came aboard Nyun Crip's Hope, a lineage few can claim. Oh wow, that's pretty far back. I never thought much of it myself. It's not as though our forebears founded our nation. They were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it was traditionally been a point of pride. 'Tis why Nyuncruff's pronouncement, renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason, has ever been our family's creed. Until your grandfather's time, Archon Louisois looked to Nyunkrip's words, but his deeds, he asserted in defiance of his peers, that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations that led him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict, and calamity will follow. Thus, to ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well, indeed. Archon Louisois lived by that personal creed, and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlian or no. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yet Fortunato could not reconcile Louisois' deeds with the philosophy of their forebears and his peers. A philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Fortunato agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. Gods, father... A son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Is it not always thus? Gods know Fortunato a cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day, and that is not an exaggeration in the slightest. You should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable he was, with a kind, dumbfounded grin I'd not seen since he first took a fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. Oh, fatherhood. But he is also frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided that a given action is for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him, even his own children. A profoundly annoying habit when you're on the other end of it, I'm sure you will agree. It happens. I'll say, thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Sure, you'll kick my ass, but it's fine. Try not to get me into too much trouble now. I need the form on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure those specimens you brought make to their proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak again later. You guys gotta get like pigeons to deliver your mail one day. Hail, you three. Oh, it's Graha. Graha, surely Coco hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. However, he has set me a task that requires more than my single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Unfortunately, Alice and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. What about you, Joanna? Can you spare the time? Sure, why not? Like the old days. Perfect. This shouldn't take too long. Be my #1 fan here. Why is Drippy here? Alright, girl, what do you need? Once forged. So many tasks in this part of the game. In any event that our, and I quote, promised heap of adamantite fails right out of the bloody sky into my lap. Master Coco wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to the anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames of Coco's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of aether being funneled to his furnaces. The flow of fire-expected ether in Labyrinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, to which I have borrowed the key. The adjustments require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Charlene Hamlet once the adamantite arrives, if not before. This way then. Just need to carry out some fun material. We're making a round. It's a round shape. That makes sense. Because then, inside the round shape is probably the ship. This definitely reminded me of the Collusia moment. This is a slight reminder of Collusia, but also a bit of a Amarang. We're helping the miners out. But definitely Collusia, yeah. The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and adjust the fire aether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water-expected aether will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this to attract at least a few elementals, which we would both rather not be drawn into the reactor itself, trust me. Can I ask that you put down any that draw too near? I'll pose you a little trouble, I'm sure. I'll get the smashing. Wait here if you would. Hello, water elemental. I don't think I have to use Requiescat on mobs outside because I just don't use it as much. I just use the fight or flight combo. Wait, are these yours? No. Got him. That should be it. No, we're up, Graha. We did it. Everything goes smoothly out here. I thought as much. No major complications to speak of inside either. And the water aether appears to be venting properly. I expect Coco will have seen a difference in his forge flames by the time I return. Since I have you, there was another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I shared with everyone, yet you and only you have been to help us. As we have established, refined adamantite is a product of Alec, of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. It was material which saw much use as part of the Allagan's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world. Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent. Of those who would push further, expand Alleg's empire to encompass the heavens and stars above, perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist Amon. That... Did he remember his life as Hermes? That could be something, yeah. I believe he had his own reasons. There's no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Asians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor? This may seem far-fetched, but what if souls, like mine, have a personality, so to speak, a natural disposition towards which they are inclined? And they're fated to do something. We know with relative certainty that it was the gross decadence and inexorable decline of Alleg that moved him on to resurrect Emperor Zand. The Empire's people spoke highly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Zand's return, Amon provided these languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have, had not Zand been convinced of his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to an end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by how those around him lived, but could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope, in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Good theory. Ultimately, it is the consequences of their actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment, and yet, to reach the stars on wings of adamantite, to travel the ends of creation and beyond, the promise of hope everlasting, that much I do understand. But enough of my musings for now. Why don't we see how Kokol is getting on? Yeah. Let's go see. What the? The hell? Get out of here. That's a fancy axe. Oh, you know what? I'll help out with this. Two tanks doing their best. Alright, where we headed? Oh, there's one right there. Huh. Jump! I believe in you, bird. There you go. Alright, there's that one. Wait, first of all. Yeah, 420. Anyway, yes. I'd say we are... Wow! Still 4 of them. Oosh, yikes. And we've already almost unlocked the map. In fact, we have. The map is unlocked. Well, I assume some of them are still over yonder on the first zone. I didn't explore it as much as I hoped. I'll just stick on Alpha, Gamma. Yes, Gamma indeed, like Gamma radiation. Like the Hulk. So really it is to say that the Hulk is in this vicinity. The central circuit. 102 Yalms E. What is that? Robot. Central Soma. Is that the head of the Soma clan in Fruits Basket? Probably. Should be over here soon, somewhere. There you are, baby. One down, 3 more to go. Yep, it is north, all the way back up there, I assume. Or somewhere over there. Either way, we have one last part of the area to sort of discover, and it is the very middle. I assume you only get there by flying. Just like how you could go see Zodiac's old prison when you can fly. I did thoroughly believe Coco on refined animated history. Only while thoroughly brief. I only volunteered to go to the reactor because I was finished and there was little else to do. Hopefully that dispels any misapprehensions that I was kicked out for paddling on. No, damn. He's so short, it's hard to target him. I guess. Ew, I can feel those flames are blazing from here. Glad you found some capable Graha. But there's not much left for you to do. A lot to do. Less you can conjure up that refined adamantite any faster. I assume that means then it's almost time. The last 8 current. I do trust that you deliver on your promise. I do. Only I hate waiting and I want the adamantite. I want it now. I can feel you, buddy. We share your impatience. I assure you, is there truly nothing else we can assist with in the meantime? I wish. This sins abug's unbearable. Pity the foreign frowns on recreational explosions. Pity the foreign frowns upon me blowing things up. Well, so long as I can prove it was premeditated. Get you gone. I have mistakes to make. Are you fucking serious? In that case, I suppose I should go and return the key to the reactor. I'll have one more look to make sure nothing has gone wrong, unintentionally or otherwise. I'm certain there are better uses for your time, however. I will join you in the Charlene Hamlet anon. It's best to get the main quest here. For it to give me the 8 current first, and then I go search for the 8 currents, because then one of the side quests will give me... when I've done most of the side quests, I can then get the 8 currents to fly around and then better do the side quests. That's how that goes. If you wait here, your companions are bound to turn up sooner or later. I thought I was gonna say. And upon waiting here, several cutscenes will play. I assume a cutscene will play, though. That's for sure. A cutscene will indeed play.
All set, I take it?
You two, haven't seen you both in a while.
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
I had some trivial tasks with emotional family moments.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
But, you know, once we do that, then we can ask for our other thing, our, you know,
Our
conditions.
With the Loporrits, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
You want to have a dinner? You know, one last feast before the end? Quote unquote?
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Kryl.
Kryl! Do you have a friend?
Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil.
Is it,
Let us go
is it Nero? In a box? Did you bring him like a rabid dog? Ooh. Technology.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested with all speed.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me people are transforming. That or it's our package.
Now, where might this delivery be?
What's going on?
Oh.
What? Oh, there it is. Good God, look at all that adamantite. I mean, they delivered all right shit. Is that the Iberlus ship?
It's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
What are you talking about? This is important.
Surely, these can't all be.
Holy shit!
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air.
Lovely skybirds.
These crates. And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
I regret not doing the Red Mage and Paladin quest and the Bard quest. I mean, the Bard people did show up, but I didn't finish the level 80 ones.
Here, along with your own.
I can only hope that they still show up anyway. Somehow, some way.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser.
Oh.
An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalaman shard.
That's true. Did you actually go in there?
You know, I went all the way to the entrance.
Furthermore,
it was my contacts that enabled us to enlist the
You went to the entrance. Yeah, you went up there to the entrance. You knocked on the door for a second and then left.
So you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due. You did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Wow.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Saruman!
Grand welcome
They actually let you out of the cave. And Hancock.
And Saruman.
Oh, yeah, and Hancock too, yeah.
We come bearing relics both sacred and Allegan, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
They gave a sword. That's nice.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple.
Nice.
It was passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements. Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause.
Ooh. Do you actually get a fucking Phoenix Blade?
Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however.
Why don't you samurais get this Phoenix Blade? That'd be really awesome.
Onokoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease.
Yeah.
And ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
That sounds like him.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
Hey, illustrated people. Is that bitch up there? Fucking
Fortunately, our majestic associates
racist
have been
ass.
more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the
Forgot his
Warrior
name.
of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
the brother in the illustrated storyline. Got him.
What of the extraordinary cost?
That
I
dude.
shudder to
Yeah.
think of the ransom.
He's probably up there.
Such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenard Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability.
Oh yeah? That's
Since
good, at
the
least.
Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
We funded the venture.
What?
When?
When did we do that?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
How much money did it cost? Well, you probably since you're happy, you're probably everything's fine.
A sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Mother!
That's true! You did send money! He's like, God damn it! How dare you send him money?
Of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
We're too rich.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we?
Oh.
And would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
That's true, actually. Now that I think about it, the economy would go under once the, well...
Waste not.
That was adorable. He's like, why did I marry her? Why? If you divorce him, by the way, you should call me.
In so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
This is insane.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Cryle, who did you bring? Hey, Erinvel, what up?
You were involved too.
I received a letter from Cryle after we parted ways in Labyrinthos.
Thanks,
She
Cryle.
explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are.
That's true.
I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlie. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it.
Now, that being said, we do have the Aether Burner to fix.
What I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know.
True.
That is why I chose to help the Scions. To combat the
Places we haven't gotten to
obliteration
yet.
of countless undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Oh my god. There he is! Oh, there we are! Alpha! What the fuck?
Ship that can fly to the moon.
Alpha, dude!
And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't.
So many people here.
Your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Why didn't we mention it to him sooner? Like, seriously.
You brought the team.
The team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
I'm fucking looking at Alpha right now. I cannot keep my eyes. It's so adorable.
We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
Oh, what did he give us? Did he give us
He's of
snacks?
the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise. So we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments.
Oh.
As a fair
Please tell me you're
bit of
washed it.
refined
It's probably
adamantite in
stinky.
it too.
As you like
Because he
not
touched it.
suspect, we've also
His gross
got an
hands.
appetite for Mordona's Dalamud shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kral's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflock fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness.
The Alexander
The
Gobbies.
clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the Gobby booms.
Damn it. Took a photo here. There we go. Seen that photo of Alpha. Holy Boulder.
See how it explains your
All you
here.
hear. Hey!
Does Han not have more pressing concerns?
I'm Dragon Buddy. They were like, we are not animating a giant dragon.
Final days would be the most expedient solution.
Along with everything else.
That, and I am indebted to you.
That is true. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vritra.
Though they chose to take their
Slash
leave of
Roshan.
Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better.
Yeah!
You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse.
Yes, you did speak of
As he
that.
traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent.
You guys have access to his scales?
Ashdaya's answer was silence, as ever.
Oh, I think that's one of the brood.
However,
Asaya, Tiamat,
responded
Husvogr.
favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well."
He said words! I was wondering if he would like wake up a little bit and be
Thus
like,
have I brought you his own worm scales.
like a drowsy sleep.
Purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
Would like to hear him again. Although Azdaya, is that a name that we've seen? Maybe it's probably in the encyclopedia or is here.
Else so familiar with the unique properties of
I don't know who Azdaya is.
So I
Hang on.
invited myself.
That's good to see you, Nadana, but let me just think about this, okay? There's Azdaya, Tiamat, Husvogr, Vritra, Bahamut, and then Nidhogg, and there's 7. This the last one? Oh, is that? Maybe they did name all of them, and I can't remember one specific. That could just also be we haven't gotten all the names yet, but that's 6 that I remember off the top. I heard right now. But apparently Azdaya is just silent. They're just somewhere. They may be in Mercidia, a place that we have never been to yet. Oh, well, we may go to a future expansion. There is stuff also in the New World as well that is still not known. So, yeah. So yeah, there's at least 6 of them that I know of right now, that I remember. I don't know of any others. I haven't Googled any of them, but yes. But nice to see you back, Nidana. Can I talk to Alpha, please? As well? I know he doesn't say much, but...
So unbelievable, I've gone right back round to believing it again.
It's unbelievable. I'm believing it now.
6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no? 10, no? 14 bleeding percent.
This baby can fly the moon back so many times.
Think of how far we could go! What we could do with that much power!
What we could blow up!
We could blow up the moon. The expansions we could go to. The sky's the limit.
If Protocol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
You all agreed to it. He's staring at his kids. What's he gonna do? Will he show affection, or will he say very well done?
Yes, Father?
Everyone's just staring at this.
I know not what you seek of Heidelin, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it.
Yeah.
The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how
It's
much
been a long
each
expansion.
life
We're
shapes
pretty
this world.
prepared.
And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Is he gonna hug them? Or he's patting them?
I will bear it with you.
Oh.
I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family.
Oh. Smile.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. 'Twas love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming, and a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures.
But they went on and had their adventures.
The great exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisois openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
Oh, he was not. It was real tough. These two have grown up so much.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed.
They've technically grown up a year.
That we have seen and heard.
In a different world.
That we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Oh.
Millions. Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger.
That's a little bit, but they were always kind of like that.
Yours, in particular.
Ah, you know what you say.
I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
Mm-hmm.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
They're like, what is happening? What family dynamics going on?
Perhaps you can spare a few words.
People in the back are like, I can't even see anything or hear anything.
You have no small number of friends and admirers here after all.
I do have a lot of fans and friends. So many people. The crew. One day I'll do all the jobs to 80, and I'll just rewatch this cutscene and see if anyone comes by. Our moment of triumph is close at hand. Let's fucking do this. I'm looking at the game chat, and apparently the pizza emote is out.
Your assistance is appreciated.
I put that up by accident. That's why I haven't taken down the thing. My bad. All right, everyone. Let's get to our jobs. Let me see if I even got that pizza emote mail. Oh my god. It's playing this song. Oh, I thought I was gonna play that song the entire way. That would have been pretty cool too. It's fine. I actually do. Yeah, I did get it. Okay. All right. I will install that when I can. When I have the chance. Yes, I will get that when I get the chance. Is everyone here? Ah, they all left. That was a pretty great cutscene. Shit. Crowd, thank you for bringing all of those people. I apologize for not informing you earlier of Arundel's involvement. It was something of a contingency plan. Thank goodness we had him and fellow gleaners to hand, though. It would have been monstrously difficult to locate Sid and transport the Hanage delegation here otherwise. How did you locate Alpha? Did he just come? He's like, I'm just here. My throat hurts from directing so many people to Labyrinthos, but that only proves we got our money's worth. I had no idea how massive a weight it was until he lifted it off my shoulders. But more importantly, his words were an affirmation that the path we walk is the right one. Part of me might have been satisfied so long as my family and friends survived the final days, but to save this star is what we all want most. And if those same people believe that, I can help see it done. Who am I to say otherwise? Come what may, I will fight for this world of ours until the very end. Cannot wait to see what our friends from Ironworks do with the ship. Man, they're gonna put fucking spoilers on it. It's gonna be great. Not the story spoilers. Those things on cars that like make it go faster or like air resistance. It'd be nuts. Unaided, we Scions could never have gathered such a bounty. Refined adamantite, relics sacred and ancient alike. I found myself quite overcome. If I never see another cargo crate again, it will be too soon. Lee sent a letter along with Gudani's contribution. It seems she traveled there to aid in their adamantite recovery. Evidently, journeying to Gudania was quite a trial, as was getting into the Dalamud shard, as was reaching its depths. I suspect she will have few kind words to say about the Alligans when next we meet. Lots of robots. The time has come to claim our prize. Are you prepared? No! But we're doing it anyway. We finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Vardar has issued to us an invitation. As was agreed, he will reveal the means by which Heidelin may be contacted. We are to meet him at Aporia when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge he holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the forum's method for speaking with her is not without risks. I'm curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived with the adamantite have offered to stay and see any remaining tasks that need doing. The forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about a thing. Thank you, Tataru. We're off to Aporia then. Bum, 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 bum. Is this still the, yep, still the one that gives me the Aether current? Where is Aporia? Oh, all the way down here. Yes. It's still this song. Right as fuck. Joanna, I've already showed the others inside. You will want to speak with Clariane. She has the key to the lift and can send you down after me. Is this about to be a several cutscenes quest? Hello, ma'am. You're with Master Foshina, correct? Yes? Just step inside the lift here. To the lower levels. Even lower. The central circuit. Fancy. And big. From here we proceed to the heart of Labyrinthos and its most closely guarded secret. The Amazon. Is that the name of the ship? Would have gone with something better, to be honest, but that's fine. It marks the beginning of the end of our efforts. Whence we dove to seek audience with the star, and whence we will be embark on our journey to the heavens. This way, if you please. Right. Finally. It's unlocked. Do, 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 I thought they would like spiral open. Is that the ship? Only saw it for a brief glimpse. What's the baby look like? Does it have cup holders? Ooh. Got a lot more detail than the logo. But it is definitely logo shaped indeed. Good God. Although, to be frank, even though it's really big, considering this has to take the entire star a couple trips, it's pretty actually small. I bid you welcome to Damazan. Direct your attention toward the center. Behold the ark over which we have long labored. As you can see, it was designed as a medium-sized craft. The better to reduce fuel consumption, miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior to ensure the thrust-to-weight ratio does not place too great limitation on its freight capacity. The burner, as you know, has been removed for further modification, but we shall reattach it soon enough. I have received word that Kokol and several of your allies are working on it with intense fervor. They're pretty good at their jobs, especially with Sid and Nero. They are sure to see it done. It was by their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I fear they will not afford us much time for speaking with Heidelin ere they finish. Point taken. Let us move on. I must warn you again, however, that even with the benefit of our device, to treat with her is not a simple feat. Okay. You feel it too, don't you? The ship is impressive, but it pales in comparison to the vast primordial power beneath our feet. Yeah, I did not even expect to think about that either. But it's... yeah, the ship's great, but no, I was thinking, like, it's not big enough to take everyone in the star. It's not. How many trips would that take? The tomb enchantments most advanced have been woven into the ship's very bones. Osfun and Bloida have doubtless called upon their expertise in teleportation magics. The Alligans who first combined the mechanical and ethereal sciences into a revolutionary discipline, given that ship is nothing sort of technological marvel, in that precise vein, Alligan salvage should suit it well. I doubt this is what Aaronville meant when he said that there remains much we do not know, but I still can't believe everything that was hidden underneath this city this entire time. Oh, what? If meeting Heidelin proves difficult even for the form, then perhaps I... Oh, 'tis an uninformed idea at this phase. I'm afraid I will duly inform if if anything comes of it. Okay. We must learn of Heidelin's greater plan. We can only hope that she also knows the current location of Medion. We can do neither if we do not focus on whatever trial awaits us within. I can well imagine the zeal with which they're working on the afterburner. Afterburner? Yeah, you know what I mean. And all I can say is that I'm glad we have something to do other than get in their way. Once it's ready, we'll see to it that the ship is put to good use. Think how many generations labored for this end, and that we aim higher still. We must spare no preparation, and that means speaking with Heidelin, no matter the cost. Who's that? Someone. Just standing there. I've done what I can to impress upon you the gravity of what lies ahead. Are you prepared? No. Her children, one and all,